man, autopilot in traffic is awesome. Holy crap. Hey everyone. Alright, so in my last video I rented a Tesla Model 3 for the day, and a big reason why I wanted to try that car was to try Autopilot. Now on a daily basis I'm in very dense and slow traffic, so I wanted to see how Autopilot worked in that kind of traffic. Basically, to sum it up, it was awesome. Now it took a little while to get used to. It was more stressful for at least the first 10 minutes. Because it's just weird. It's something that I've never experienced before. But after that, I felt safe with Autopilot. Now, I always kept my hands on the wheel, ready to take control. And as you'll see in the video, there were a few glitches where I did have to take control of the car. But it was really easy to take control. And at no point did I feel like I wasn't able to take control of the car. So some things you should know about the car. The software was version 10.0. So as you're watching this, that is most likely an older version of the software. So maybe some of the glitches that I encountered don't exist anymore. Because the awesome thing about Tesla is they push updates all the time. Also, the car had the full self-driving package, which means it had Navigate on Autopilot. So with all that being said, here is my initial reaction with Autopilot. Okay, alright, it's doing it. Oh, the car's driving itself, holy f***, this is weird. Now I'm sure after a little bit, maybe by the end of the day, I'll be more used to this, but yeah, it's strange. You also have to apply more force to the steering wheel. I was under the impression that you just kind of touch the steering wheel, but it seems like it needs to kind of feel like the weight of your hands. Okay, so I'm getting more used to this. Like, at first, this was really freaky. I'm really glad that I filmed my initial reaction to Autopilot. It's been, I don't know, what, 5 minutes now, and it's already feeling more comfortable. Okay, man, Autopilot in traffic is awesome. Holy crap. It really takes the stress out of it. You know, I think as long as you trust that it's going to do basically what it's supposed to do, and you pay attention and make sure that you're not going to run over, you know, debris in the road, this is freaking awesome. I mean, it still sucks that we're just in stop and go traffic, but holy shit, this is so much better than doing it yourself. Something that I've noticed while driving on Autopilot is I feel like I have less road rage. So I've had a few people cut in front of me, and I know it's stupid, but normally I would get mad and just make up really obscene things that I say in the car that I wouldn't say in real life. But for whatever reason, I don't know why in Autopilot I don't really care. Maybe I feel like because the car is driving, they're not offending me. I don't know. Whatever the reason is, Autopilot makes driving less stressful. Now let's see. It's not saying that I should go into the other lane, but I want to go. And there it goes. It's doing it. All right, so we're about to get off the freeway soon. Let's see what happens, what it does. I think it'll tell me that Autopilot is ending. Okay, here we go. 500 feet, Navigate on Autopilot ending. Okay, cool. So now I take over. I feel way less, I don't feel tired. Where I think, you know, usually being in 40 minutes of stop and go traffic, it's tiring. I don't think you realize how much your brain is working and kind of stressed out because you're surrounded by cars. You're always having to worry about whatever. There's probably a lot of things going on that we don't realize, right? And with Autopilot, I don't feel fatigued at all. That's awesome. Oh, shit. Dude. All right, so I just had to brake Autopilot because that truck just got in just like that. The car didn't really detect that, I don't think. So all I had to do was apply a little bit of force to the steering wheel. It broke off from Autopilot, and I was able to take control of the car. Let's see if it'll get over here. Okay, so right there, I was trying to switch lanes on Autopilot, and the car started doing it, and then it weaved back in. For whatever reason, there was no car there, so I had to take over. So that's fine, whatever. It just kind of makes you look like you don't know what you're doing because the car is going here, nope, and then when you take control, it's kind of jerky, so it quickly goes into the lane. I don't know. I'm sure that'll get fixed at some point, but that's something that has happened a couple times in the last half hour. It was cool, like it was extra safe. What the Okay. Dude, okay, weird. Autopilot's freaking out. That was weird. There was nothing in front of me, and it just started stopping for no reason. So I've been driving for about an hour and 20 minutes, and it doesn't feel like it, man. It feels like I've been driving for like 20 minutes, minus that hour. It's pretty crazy. All right, so as you can see, I loved Autopilot. It made such a huge difference. I felt much less tired after driving pretty much all day. If you live in a city with a lot of traffic like I do in LA, I would highly, highly suggest trying out a Tesla with Autopilot. Whether it's the 3 or the S or the X, try it out. Rent the car for a day or so. I did it through Turo, but I think that's just a better way to go. That way you can test it on your local route, whatever you do, whatever kind of traffic you normally drive through, test it out in that environment, and that gets you a much better idea of how Autopilot will feel for you on a daily basis. So I am super gung-ho on saving for my own Model 3. If you have any suggestions for future videos, please let me know. Subscribe if you want. Look through my old videos if you're interested in switching to an EV if you have a gas car right now. And yeah, hopefully see you in the next one. Bye.